Hi, I'm Allie with the Potomac Bead Company, and I'm going to show you how to do a checker bead that is made with Tilas. The Tilas are 2-holed square beads from Miyuki, and I'm going to show you how to make this little spacer here. For this, you're going to need 9 Tila beads, and you're going to need some 15-0 seed beads, as well as if you want to make it into a link, you can do this before or after, 2 jump rings that you can attach then to your necklace. And you're also going to need 2 needles for this project. I've started with 23 inches of thread, and what I've done is I've pre-threaded onto the thread 2 15-0 seed beads, then 3 of the Tila beads, and then 2 15-0 seed beads. I'm going to take my needles now because the Tilas have 2 holes. I've gone through the first hole, and now I'm going to go with my needles through the second hole. 1 needle going one way through that second hole, and 1 needle going the other way. What this does then is makes the 15-0 seed beads lay right next to the Tila beads. It makes them look like a border. I've now used both holes of the Tila beads, and now I'm going to add 2 more 15-0s to each side of my needle. I pick up my 15-0 beads on one needle, let them drop down next to your beads, and I pick up my 15-0 beads with my other needle, letting them drop down next to my beads. If I want to do a checkered pattern, I'm going to pick up the opposite order of beads. So I'm going to pick up 1 white bead, 1 of my gunmetal bead, and another 1 of my white beads. And that's just with 1 thread. In the same fashion that I went through the second hole here, I'm going to go through the first hole of these Tila beads opposite direction. So I've already gone one way, now I'm going the other way with my second needle. Just like I did with the first set of beads, I'm going to cap these beads at the ends with my 15-0 seed beads. So I add 2 15-0 seed beads to each needle, and then go through my top hole of my second set of Tila beads. I did that on my left side, or my right side, and now I'm going to do it on the left as well. What this makes is that every Tila is going to have 2 threads going through each hole, and the threads are going to be in opposite directions. When you come out of the holes, you want to make sure that you're not grabbing any of the 15-0 seed beads on the side. I'm going to do that same step one more time where I put the 15-0s on each needle and then the alternating seed bead pattern. So I finished adding my 15-0 beads, and then I've come out of the last hole of my Tila beads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a 15-0 on each needle, and I'm going to sew around the sides. Right now the Tila beads are really separated, and what I'm going to do is pick up a 15-0 seed bead and sew back through all of my 15-0s down the side. Sometimes it's a tight fit with your needle. Those 15-0s are tiny. But the needles, the size 12s or size 10s, should both go through. So I picked up a bead just to add to the corner, and I've sewed through all of those beads. I pick up another bead, and I'm sewing through the next hole. So I'm just going around in a square fashion and just adding a bead on each corner, and then sewing on either through all the 15s or through the sides of the Tilas. And again, this is going to tighten up the whole beaded section and make it a little bit more consistent in its shape. I'll do this one more time because I'm on my last loop here. And you can do this with one of the needles, you can do it with both of the needles and go around through. It's kind of up to you. Once I go through one time, this is completes my rotation. I'm going to take my thread on the other side and go through the opposite direction. When I get to a corner, I'm going to tie it off. At that section, I could have also added my jump rings if I want to attach it to the bracelet.